Hey there guys, this is Canadian Phantom here, and today for Moab on Thursdays, this is episode number 8. We're almost in double digits now, so just give a like just for that. But today's video, I'm going to be doing a live commentary instead of being able to edit it because I'm just in a very busy right now, a very busy state, so it's probably not going to be as good, but you know, it's going to be alright. So, today I want to talk about something a little different, and by that I mean most of you won't know what I'm talking about. And today what our topic is going to be is Respawn. Not Machinima Respawn. There's this new company called Respawn, yes, that is made by some of the ex-employers from Activision who made Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2. Now, the reason why Modern Warfare 3 wasn't as big of a game as it should have been, and like why it wasn't as good, and why they used the same game engine, is because after Modern Warfare 1, basically what happened, like all the creators of that, they made Modern Warfare 2, but they hated it. They wanted to make it such a better game, but they had a lot of control. Like after Modern Warfare 1, everybody knew that it became super popular. The Modern Warfare franchise became very well known, so they had to get it a little more stricter, and they didn't have as much freedom. So after Modern Warfare 2, they quit and they said screw this, and they just went on and they all teamed up. I think there's about 30 of them, ex-employees who made the games together, and these were the key people too. These were the main game designers. They have all new people who made Modern Warfare 3, which is why they had to use the same game engine because they didn't know how to do it. Now, Modern Warfare, now what they're doing is they actually have a game coming out, and they built their own studio. It's sponsored by EA, and they gave them a ton of money, which means that they have a ton of faith in it, which they obviously should because they made Modern Warfare 1, which is what most people would say one of the best Call of Duty of all time. Now, this game that they're coming up with, they've been talking about for a couple years. It's been really down low. Most people don't know about it. They haven't released a name for it yet, but apparently it's almost done now, and it's supposed to be a sci-fi shooter, which is basically like a futuristic COD, which is Halo and Gears of War like that. And the main guy who created it himself, Mr. Vince Zambella and Jason West, who are the founders, they said that it's supposed to be competing with Halo and Gears of War next year and coming out in 2013. So I am really excited to see what it's going to be like because most games can't compete with them because there's not a lot of sci-fis out there. And if you're like me, I grew up in Halo. Halo was my #1 game. I loved it. Then you can't wait for this. I mean, I play Call of Duty and I love Halo. So bringing them together, basically, this is going to be it's going to blow my mind. So they say it's going to be competing with Halo 4, which is coming out 2013. And it's going to be really interesting to see which one of them is better. Obviously, by now, it's not that big, so it basically for games, it takes a couple of years. Like Black Ops is already being told about and all this, and it's coming out next year. But the franchise has been going on forever. This is a brand new franchise, so I don't think it's gonna do as well as Halo in the first game. But you know, I can see them being a really big competitor in the next decade to come for video games. Okay, now I'm just gonna be highlighting some of the main things that they said in an interview with AVG. I don't know. It's CVG, sorry. It's on a website. So basically at E3 2011, they did an interview, the main people who developed the game, and they say that, quote, do it in a way that allows us to maximize technology investments. And if you read before that, it just says that EA has put a lot of money into it, basically. Maximize technology investment. So they put a lot of money into getting the best computers, the best everything, the best workers, because they have a ton of faith in it, basically. And they've been working on it since Modern Warfare 2 came out, which was like 2009, 2010-ish. So they've been working on it for a long time, and this is just going to be so awesome. I can't wait to get my hands on this game. So that is about all the information that they've given up about the new game. I think they're trying to keep it really secretive, like they did with other Call of Duties, like Black Ops 2 right now. They're releasing it hint by hint, and they're doing it on purpose, which I find pretty cool. And EA, they've been coming up with a bunch of new titles this year. They're getting really into the FPS franchises. They used to be just doing like hockey, like NHL 2K11 and stuff like that. And now they have Battlefield, they have Ghost Recon, and I like seeing that diversity. One thing that stuck out to me though is that this article has been on their website for over 2 years now, and I'm just hearing about it now. Like nobody's talking about it, and I think they did that on purpose to try and keep it secretive, which they probably learned from doing other Call of Duty games. So that is about all that they have for the information now. As I said, they're trying to keep it very secretive, and they're doing a good job about it. So I'm gonna end this video on one question to you guys, and that is, how do you think that the Call of Duty, whatever makers, how well do you think that it's gonna do in the first game? And yeah, I want to hear your opinion. So leave me a comment. Leave me a comment, and if you like the video, be sure to like it, and if you want to see more, be sure to subscribe. So thanks for listening. This is Canadian Phantom saying out. Peace, guys.